Alright, we're going to do a belt replacement on the Sony record CD changer. Model CDP-CX300 compact disc changer. So first thing is we got to take the top cover off, and I will do that right now. Okay, there are 9 screws, 1, 2, 3 in the back, 1, 2 on each side, and 1, 2 in the top. And now the cover is removed. Put a white drop cloth on the floor. Screws are black. My rug is black. And if I drop one, it'll be hard to find. So I am following a video. I've watched it 2 times, and the YouTube channel is Huge Shows, Hugeshows, and he does a real nice job of changing the 3 belts that are in this player. So I'm going to videotape what I do, and what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to see if I can manage to do it without removing the back. He started with the back since he had never done it before, and he said it might be possible to do it from the front, because you have to do the belt under the turntable or carousel, you have to remove the front and remove the carousel, because the door opening belt is a problem. It's underneath this carousel. So I'm going to try everything from the front and see if it's possible. First we remove this little ribbon connector. Let me get the camera closer here. See if I can get this. Okay, we have to unplug the ribbon connector back here in the circuit board. And there's a little 4-wire connector here that controls the LEDs. Let's see here. There. That one's off. And you have to unsnap these and pull this tape up. Undo this tab, and then you have to go a little sideways to get this ribbon connector out from under the little tabs that keep it in place. And the next thing is you have to remove this center bridge that the cable runs on. 1 screw back here and 2 here. Phillips screws. So I will do that. Try not to drop it down inside. Put those in a separate bowl. Okay, the cable bridge is removed. Now you have to remove this front shield, and that requires a center screw and 2 screws here. And you have to make sure that the front door of the unit is closed, because there's a slot that, when you remove this, disconnects from the door. Okay, and those 2 screws. Now I need another container to put the screws in. Alright, let's remove the center screw, which is a long one. You can see there's a little oil under there. This is a longer screw for the center. Put this in a little Ziploc bag. I have this video handy in case I should need to refer to it. There, that's been disconnected. I'm going to get a rag and wipe this oil off of here. There is grease under this spindle. Now, I'm not sure if I have to remove the front or this back piece, as the fellow that I referred to did, because he had CDs in his, and he found that it was very difficult and awkward. So I'm going to just see if this will lift out. Now I'm going to keep in mind here that the here's the door. I have number 1 slot lined up with the notch here in the front of the unit, so when I put it back I want to make sure I put it there, because I don't know if there's how the indexing works on here either. So I think that oiliness probably migrated up through the spindle, because there is grease under there, he said. So now let's see if this will come out. Look at that. Don't have to take the front off. Now the other thing is, since there is grease under here, you don't want to set this down on something where it's going to pick up the dust from the floor. So I'm going to set that over on the side here on top of a clean area. We'll inspect everything under here. Rollers are all okay. Can see that? I don't know. Well, the belts for the turntable are located one back here and one here, which I can see is off, and I'll turn that around. Oh yeah, that... I don't know, if I remove this back piece I might be able to do that without taking the back off, but we'll see. First we'll do this door opening one, and just as he said in his video, his belt didn't look too bad, but you don't want to have to go through all this again, especially if you have the changer loaded up with CDs. So here are the two larger belts that go for the back area. I'll set those aside. We will do the front belt. And it is stretched somewhat. Yeah, it's not very elastic. Put that aside. Yeah, it looks dry. The belt for the front. The part number, Sony part number is 4-219-326-01. And I ordered it from a Sony parts supplier called Encompass, E-N-C-O-M-P-A-S-S. Belt diameter is 42 by 1.2 millimeters. So put that aside. And I'm going to tip it up a little. The tricky part is getting the hooking this around the pulley. If you give it a little, the belt wants to kind of cup, you can slip it under here. And there it is. And now and you just rotate it around and it straightens itself out nicely. So now the door is closed. Let's see, that in the frame? Well, barely. We can zoom it in a little. There's the motor and belt. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this back shield off, and one belt is down here and the other one is back under here. With this out of the way, I may be able to do it. Now, there's some wires that go through right back here. It's just a slot, and there's a little wire twist loom here that holds them in place, and they go over this little tab, so we'll just pull them aside. Screw down here and a screw up here. I believe that's it. So, and there's a little notch here that, so you don't get it in the wrong place. You can't make a mistake there. So we'll take this little plastic shield off. There's one. And there's a little plastic tab here that fits in a notch down in the side. So, and these screws are the same size also. So I will put this over here with the two screws. Now, let's see if I can get these belts. It's really tough to try and get that belt on under there. Possibly could be done if you had the right little tools that you could make up with notches and pushing it in place, but just isn't worth the effort. I've gotten this far, and all I need to do here is I took off 7 screws to get the back off. There's one here, 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 and here. Oh, and one up here. So, and then you have to unplug this little cable right here. It plugs in right there. Gives you enough room to slide this back without taking anything else off, since you got this stuff in the front out of the way. And so now I'm going to just put the belt on here and this one, and then we'll put it back together and give it a test. Alright, I felt that taking the back off was the best way. I tried and tried to get that one back there, and it's possible to do it, but it wasn't worth the extra effort. 7 screws, unplug one thing down there, pull it back, put the belts on, check everything, check for dust or anything in your mechanism that picks up the CDs, and so I just put everything back now, and we're going to power it up and then put a CD in there and see if it'll play. And so I'm going to pause and get some power and a CD or two. Alright, I'm going to turn it on. Well, I want to make sure it's lined up. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter there, so let's try this. Alright, no more clicking. I think turning around 5. I didn't want to put the cover on until I got it set up. No disc. Open door. Lined up on 1. Let's put a disc. And we'll put it, I'm going to put it in like number 5. Close the door. Now it's going to go all around and sense it. Yep. Brought it in, loaded the disc. And now it's playing. I don't have any speakers or anything hooked up. I have to take it back down stairs and okay, let's see if I can make it play now. It wasn't playing, it was just loaded and reading the disc. Yep, it's playing. Alright, I think we got a winner here. Put the cover on, take it downstairs and make some music. Okay, I'm going to open it up. Put the disc back. Brought it around. Holy cow, I should have dusted that thing off. Look at that. I wiped the bottom, but I didn't wipe the top. Alright, I think we got a winner. I hope this helps, and like I say, go to the website for more detail and how you can do it if you have discs in there, which is pretty tricky, but it's much easier without. That way you don't have to take the front off to get the turntable out of there. So hope that helps everybody, and I want to thank the guy on Huge Show's YouTube channel. I'm going to post this as a video response on his channel once I get it uploaded to my YouTube channel, and thank him for his very good report. And I think I'll go have a beer now.